And you're watching the Perth Racing Preview. We're up to race number 7 on the card, a new product we're looking at here too. The Carlton Cold Ultra Chill, 6.5. They get you going, Dion, on a hot day, let me tell you that. And as we have a look at horses to follow in this event, You Classy Thing. This was on the wet track last start, did a very good job. Stevie Parnham tells us all about it. Priceless Symbol from the strong Lou Luciani yard, knocking on the door. And also Little Jiggy from the trials, Alana Sanson, tells us about that effort.
We'll also hear from Jason Whiting, Priceless Symbols rider, but a couple of other runners include Polish Rain from the trials, a bit disappointing at the trials when he finished 6 of 6. Volition, who won a trial last start in that one we saw with Vane Crusader. Matador, who was up here for the Neville Parnham stables, but he's gone over to Kalgoorlie. He's won at Cal and he's back to town. You Classy Thing was a good run last start, went third on the wet track. Group Memory, who won last start on the wet track, beating You Classy Thing on that occasion. Tumblr, who was a good trial. He won a trial and beat a good field, including good courses like Mansion House. Wyndham All, who will be sailing to the front and he'll be there for a while. Priceless Symbol, we'll take a look at his past run. Royal Fire from Kalgoorlie, he'll struggle in this field, I'd suggest. Alpine Lad, who's run a few better races. William Pike goes on this week, an interesting rider engagement. Little Jiggy, we'll take a look at him from the trials. Paris Raider from all the way down in Albany, racing first up today. And the other runner, Talbot Bay, who's been struggling, but the blinkers do go on for this occasion.
All right, we go back to the run of You Classy Thing. Widest runner, those yellow colours. It was very wet, and he's a horse not suited in those type of conditions. So I thought this was a run full of merit.
Egotism followed deeper out by You Classy Thing. Zorobbo back nearing the inside, and now switching right to the middle of the course is River Mist. They balance out the 300. Surprise Impact in front, but the gauge reading empty. Tackled by Spirited Gem. Emphasis coming through in the middle. Egotism, Group Memory and You Classy Thing right down the outside with River Mist. They're across the track. Egotism, Group Memory tackled by River Mist and You Classy Thing. Egotism fights back. Group Memory dives at it right on the line. Pretty close. Egotism, All Group Memory and You Classy Thing right on their heels on the outside is close up with River Mist in a tight one to the last of the day.
Well, let's catch up now with Stephen Parnham, chatting with Dion Luciani about the chances of You Classy Thing.
It was a much better run last start, although he's run 2 good races this prep now.
Yeah, it was a nice run. It was a really wet track that day, and he hadn't had any wet track form previously, but he seemed to handle the conditions not too bad, and he always takes a few runs, so he's third up this time, so he's only going to improve each time he steps out.
He comes up against some good horses like Group Memory, Ravinia, Little Jiggy. Did you give him a good chance this week?
He's shown in the past that he is a handy horse. He's drawn a good barrier, so he's always going to get a sweet run behind the main speed, and when he gets out, he lets down good in the finish, so yeah, he should run a good race again.
Now take a look at the past run of Priceless Symbol. He'll be racing 3 weeks in a row this week. He gets right back, beaten for speed, but that's where he likes it. Have a look at the way he gets home late between runners.
Storm on by, joined him on the fence, and then 2 lengths Priceless Symbol and Last Extra. At the 500, they've gone quickly. Island Force was able to hold out on the outside in second place. Lashino, when they turn the bend, they've angled out off the rails now. They've headed towards the middle of the course. Island Force in front of Lashino. A length and a half. Stratozoa followed further back behind them by Jackass. Storm on by is near the inside, running on, but now going to the leaders. Lashino with 150 to go. Storm on by against the fence, and Super Dragons running on. Lashino and now coming through Stratozoa and Priceless Symbol. Lashino on the outside. In the middle, then Priceless Symbol. I think Lashino's won. I think Lashino from Priceless Symbol in a 4-way finish with Stratozoa, Storm on by.
I caught up with his rider, my mate Jason Whiting, and this is what he had to say. It was a much better run last start.
Yeah, no, the horse has had a couple of runs now on his belt and ran a much improved race last Saturday.
His first 2 runs he was finishing down the track, but he looked pretty fat on them occasions, and he's continued to improve. Do you think he'll improve further from his last effort?
I think so. He is having 3 weeks in a row now, but the horse is doing well and he's racing very well.
And again, he was on the rain-affected track last week. Did he handle the conditions?
Yeah, no, the horse travelled through them well and didn't bother him at all.
So we could see Priceless Symbol first past the post on Saturday.
It'll be nice.
Okay, we take a trip down to Lark Hill now. This was the last set of trials held there down the back straight, and watch Little Jiggy with Alana Sanson in the saddle impressively win the trial.
Ravello goes through to hit the front as they're about to run into the course proper. It leads Little Jiggy narrowly. Our Grey Halo on the outside was third, and they were followed by Exhilarating fourth, and then followed by 3/4 of a length the Solid Wicked Cruel from High Force, and Francerella's gone back to the tail as Little Jiggy on the outside now puts the head in front of Ravello, a half a length away to Our Grey Halo third. 3 parts of a length in the centre, then comes Solid Wicked Cruel getting through from Exhilarating next, and then followed after about 3 or 4 by High Force, and Francerella's the last one as Little Jiggy leads on the outside. Solid Wicked Cruel is driving at it, and those two are going to the line together.
Well, once again, Dion Luciani had the good job on Wednesday. Here he is chatting with Alana Sanson about the chances of Little Jiggy.
It was a good trial the other day.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago now, probably about 3 weeks ago, but he trialled on a slightly damp track, I think, and he won his trial well.
He's in with 54, drawing barrier 11. Do you think he's forwarded enough for a winning showing first up?
Yeah, apparently the reports are he's going well and he's working really good. Not sure why he hasn't sort of run between now and that trial, but they say his gallops are good, so yeah, I expect him to go well.
Well, selections in race number 7, and before we get to them, Dion, Priceless Symbol, you mentioned racing 3 weeks in a row. Will that suit him?
Hey, the horse has been kept fresh, Marty. We've done pretty much nothing with him during the week. I've been doing the work on this particular horse this week. He got right back the other day, quite beaten for speed in the wet conditions, but stepping up to 1200 for the first time, which he hasn't won at, which is the only concern. But no, the horse is going well. He's well within himself, and 3 weeks in a row won't worry him at all.
Well, selections here, and I'm going to preface them by saying I was under the pump from one of the workers here by the name of Elise, and when she cracks a whip, you normally jump. And I completely missed Priceless Symbol in my selections, but we've gone with number 10, Alpine Lad, to beat 4, You Classy Thing, 11, Little Jiggy, and next in was 5, Group Memory for the quartet players up there. But I really do think that somewhere along the line you've got to get 8, Priceless Symbol in there, because his last run was a beauty. Start before was in the Bovine against Real Mac was a really good run as well. But I'll stick with what we've got. 8, Alpine Lad. Reasons being, William Pike takes his first ride on this horse. Been desperately unlucky his last couple. Drawn to get the run of the race.
Well, I threw him out on the live race day coverage last week, Priceless Symbol, at 18-1. I said he will win in the first run in the first 3. He ran second, we just got beat. So I've got yous on a winning note anyway up there in Singapore. I'll put him on top this week, number 8, Priceless Symbol, to win. To beat You Classy Thing. It was a good run last start, although he's run 2 good races this preparation, number 4, You Classy Thing. To run third, number 11, Little Jiggy, resuming after a good trial. And if you're playing the multiples, probably throw in Alpine Lad. Alpine Lad is number 10.
10, yep.